Your guardian angels have some interesting insight to share concerning relationships and good fortune. Someone close to you feels guilty, but they won't apologize until you see things from their perspective. The angels say, it can sometimes be challenging to manage friendships, especially when you have to deal with the drama that goes on between other friends. When you're forced to choose a side, it can often result in an altercation. However, the reason such things can happen is because friends feel strongly toward one another. They care about each other, and so, when they get hurt, they lash out. You've experienced something similar with your friends, and now one individual is feeling guilty about it. However, they won't apologize unless you see their point of view. I repeat, a person close to you feels remorse for what's happened, but pride won't let them do anything. They're waiting for you to make the first move. Pride can be difficult to manage, as friendships and relationships are often about compromise. Even romantic relationships are based on compromise, as the couple tries their best to understand each other and be patient with one another. The trouble with pride is that it can take away a person's ability to compromise. As such, there are situations where an individual knows they are correct, and they're willing to fight tooth and nail for it. Being correct is one thing, but in certain scenarios, a person will have to choose whether to be correct or to be sorry. It's understandable to scoff at this kind of notion, but when you care about someone, things get a little tricky. As much as some might want it to be, the world is not black and white. Even if one is technically correct, it is no longer the ideal thing to choose when they end up hurting the people around them. Perhaps this is what your friends feel at this moment. They know in their heart that they are correct, but they're feeling guilty because it caused them to push people away in the process, including you. However, despite their remorse, they are also unwilling to compromise, which leads to this situation. They're feeling guilty, but they don't want to compromise until you see their point of view. They'll only apologize when you approach them first, which can be frustrating, even if you care about the individual. Ask yourself, are you willing to be correct even if you hurt the people you care about in the process? Perhaps in some situations where being correct is important and leads to positive change, it's understandable to push your point. However, if it's simply a matter of pride, chances are it's not worth rubbing salt into the wound. While the victor might know in their heart that they are correct, the price they paid was steep. So, in many cases, compromise is important. Some individuals may scoff at the notion of compromise, but the universe often considers it a selfless deed. After all, you go against what you know is correct in an attempt to spare the people you care about. It's an act of love, and while sometimes it can be taken too far, compromise is not something to be frowned upon. In this person's case, there's a chance their pride might dissolve over time, and they'll be willing to see things from your point of view despite knowing they're correct. For now, however, they're staying true to their convictions, even if they feel they might be going too far. At this point, pride is the thing keeping them going. Your guardian angels are sharing this insight, as it's important to know that pride is useful in the right situation. It gives you strength to stick true to your beliefs and allows you to believe in yourself. However, this individual displays a stubborn pride that hurts them more than anything else. It's not necessarily a serious problem, but your guardian angels want you to see the difference. What do you think of pride? Do you find it useful, or do you try to avoid feeling prideful in an effort to stay humble? Whatever your answer, know that there's always a use for pride, but there's also such a thing as too much of a good thing. It's food for thought, as pride can be extremely useful in some cases while simply aggravating the issue in others. As far as the solution goes, you don't need to do anything. At this point, it's their problem and not yours. It's sometimes better to leave people to think things through on their own. Eventually, this individual will feel pretty silly about the whole ordeal and apologize. On the other hand, you can try to contact this individual with the intent of putting the argument to rest, but it can lead to more arguments if you aren't careful. Fortunately, This case will resolve itself without effort on your part. Of course, this isn't the only thing your guardian angels have to say. You've been working hard, and your prayers are going to be answered sooner rather than later. The cosmos can hear you, and it wants what's best for you. Another reason why your guardian angels want to share this message is because of the abundance of luck that's heading your way in the coming months. You may not be feeling very lucky, but all that is about to change. You may not realize it, but you've been gathering good fortune for many weeks. Keep in mind that good luck is not based on random chance. It is instead based on the capacity of your deeds. While your talents and ability to influence others are given by the universe early on, what you do with these talents will determine your overall luck moving forward. You can think of this whole process as karma. The good things you do will eventually translate into blessings from the universe. After all, good deeds have a habit of echoing to others, resulting in people paying your good deeds forward. If you're curious about where your luck will take you in the coming months, the truth might come as a shock. Your guardian angels can only give so much insight, however. You'll have to discover these events yourself, but know that your incredible luck will give rise to several new opportunities. That said, your luck will also manifest in curious ways. For example, have you ever seen cloud formations that make you think about specific events in your life? Perhaps a phrase you read somewhere while shopping made you stop and wonder. These events are typically the universe's way of giving you extra blessings. In matters of health, be careful not to be too indulgent, especially when it comes to various distractions. If you find yourself easily distracted, take a deep breath, recenter, and pace yourself. Remember that the universe is watching over you, and your guardian angels are protecting you. Smile and know that your lucky stars will provide many opportunities to thrive in the near future. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, I pray that you grant them the wisdom to see beyond pride and embrace the beauty of compromise and understanding. May they find the courage to apologize and heal the rifts that have caused pain to those they care about. Shower them with your blessings of good fortune and guide them on a path of abundance, love, and opportunities. May they feel your presence, knowing that they are never alone and you will provide the strength to overcome any challenge that comes their way. Amen. Use these words to help strengthen your spirit. If you ever feel alone, know that the universe will not give you any situation you cannot overcome. Before we end, I also want to share with you that there's a possible image of your real soulmate. Will you recognize who they are? Or will you meet this person very soon to ultimately be the loved one you are meant to be with? Click the link in the description to see this image. Some people are skeptical, but once you read the true stories of people who ordered a sketch and later met their soulmate, you'll be amazed. You have to see this photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to view your soulmate sketch. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?